Okay, this is a simple introduction to license calculus. And so here we have some natural language expressions of concepts and relationships. So we've got this data set that we want to use, or these data sets rather, that we want to use in this new product that we're creating. And so we have data 1, which is a data set we want to use, is part of, here, this new thing that we want to produce. So this is the concept we're generating. And this thing, data 1, has a license, which is a Creative Commons by attribution share alike. And so we're going to put those into our ontology reasoner protege, and we then want to find out what has license CC by SA. So let's put our text in. Let's ask it to go and reason. Goes away, asks it to import the stuff. We have the sentences that come in. We can turn on our reasoner, and we can then find out how those questions have been answered. So what has license CC by SA, and a thing called data 1. Fantastic, brilliant stuff. Okay, we knew that because we told it that. But we're now going to tell it that if something is part of something else and it has a license, then that something else also has a license. So let's put that concept in here. So the implication of that here is that we're actually forcing the share alike license. So what we should be seeing is that data 1, which is part of the new thing, this new product we're creating, which has a CC by SA license, actually inherits, the new thing inherits the license from data 1. So that's brilliant. Okay, so let's update this. Let's synchronize our reasoner, and let's go back to our question. Our question said, what has a license CC by SA? And so now we have two things, data 1 and new things. The new thing has inherited the license from data 1. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to add in a thing called data 2, which we're also mashing up with data 1 to create our new thing. So we bring that in, we have some new snippets. Let's have a look at our question. We will update our reasoner, and it says, by SA, we still only have a new thing there, because, sorry, data 1 a new thing, because data 2 has a different license. Okay. But we now also want to say that nothing has license CC by non-commercial share alike and has license CC by SA. So we're wanting to tell it that there is nothing in our world which we are creating which should have both a non-commercial share alike and a by attribution share alike. Those are incompatible licenses. So let's update our fact base. Let's rerun our reasoner, synchronize our reasoner. We now get a problem. We have an inconsistency in our world. And so let's explain what that inconsistency is. So, and what it is telling us not just why we haven't, or not just that we have an inconsistency, but why we have an inconsistency. So data 1 is part of our new thing. Data 2 is also part of our new thing. Data 1 and data 2 have these two different licenses, and that the we shouldn't have anything that has a license of one and a license of another, and we have this thing called new thing which has both of those licenses. That becomes a problem. So we have an inconsistency in our world. And so those are the kind of things that we need to run in order to actually tell us that we're trying to actually pull together two licenses which are incompatible. Now obviously this is a very rudimentary set, and we need to actually extend this logic so that we're not actually pulling through licenses. We're only pulling through licenses when we need to, and we need to pull in clauses and constraints. So if you have a share-alike clause, then that means that you have to inherit this license. So we can extend this logic. So if X is part of Y and has clause share-alike, then Y has license Z. So we work it through in that kind of way, but that involves a much richer ontology. Okay, thank you.